Yo, what is up? And happy Wednesday, everybody. It's 2:04 p.m. Central Standard Time, January 28th, 2026. Down here in South Alabama, it's not as cold as it has been, but it's still not quite as warm as we like it. Let's get this thing going here. So, let's just do a brief pause. Don't go nowhere. Alright, I want to show y'all something, alright? Before we do anything else. Check this out. Ugh. So, this is a wax canvas jacket. I know, my computer's webcam is very, very high quality potato. I get it. But here's what I want to say about this. You ain't got to buy a new jacket, okay? Unless you know your jacket. You know if that thing's bad or not. But if you got a jacket, canvas or denim or any of that, and you just want to make a nice outer layer, even if it's just a denim jacket, it'll still work. It works really good on a canvas jacket with some kind of liner inside of it, like a work jacket. And you just get you some beeswax and melt it down in a little tiny crock pot or whatever you want to do, and you paint that on there and use a hairdryer or a heat gun or a heater. I read some people throwing it into the dryer. Don't know about that one myself, but hey, give it a shot, right? And then you paint it onto the canvas, the melted beeswax, and when it dries, it makes a protective outer layer. It permeates and it saturates and it seals onto that canvas, and now your jacket becomes waterproof and windproof, and that's very, very useful in these trying times, gents and ladies. You know, statistically, according to my YouTube analytics, it's 88% men. So if I say men, I'm not leaving you out on purpose, ma'am. It's just that according to YouTube, at least on my end, what I see, my stats, that's what the case is. I don't know how accurate that is. I just know that's what the stats are. And we can go through that sometime. I wanted to show you the canvas jacket there. And now, we'll go ahead and smallify. Because you don't really need to see me. You're not missing anything. It's just simply to show you that I'm a real boy. And yeah, there you go. Let me just check something out real quick. Just bear with me. Okay, that's good. Just want to make sure I can't see me, my little box, and it appears as though I'm off the screen, but it looks like I'm on the screen when I go full screen. So anyways, this is one of my more favorite games. This game's called Shadow of Mordor. It's essentially the same controls as the Batman Arkham games, kind of the same deal. It's also very similar to John Wick. It's like John Wick in the Lord of the Rings universe. You're over there at the very gates of Mordor, and it's a whole thing. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's several years old, but it's available on Steam. And probably the other systems too, I'm sure. But I got it on Steam because I'm a PC guy, and yeah, so I've got it going. This is just me playing. I taped this last night. I was just playing a little bit, and I thought I'd talk about some subjects. And I was going through my YouTube feed, and I saw this guy. I'm subscribed to him. He's called Jack Morgan, RLP, Red Leather Podcast, I think is what it is. I've been watching this dude since he was, getting 500-600 views, and I liked him. He's pretty funny, and I've kept up with him as he grew. I stopped watching him for a while, so I was surprised to see he was as popular as he is. Well done, Jack. Good job, sir. And great hair. Don't take that for granted, man. Do not sleep on having great hair, fellas. And he's talking about some problems with everyone. His video is called No Friends, No Girlfriend, No Social Life, and it's a reaction video. And several years ago, I had the idea that there would be a meta eventually where someone would be reacting to a reaction video of a reaction video to a reaction video. And there's a lot of steps in the reaction process. So I'm not even going to pull his up, because I'm not ready to break history yet. But what I will talk about is the friends and relationship situation, because I know that's something that's near and dear to most people's hearts. And I have some information from the census that would be startling if we talked about it. I may not go into that right now. This isn't going to be one of those kind of videos yet. We'll see how it goes. But the thing is, the older you get, I'm 44. The older you get, the less time that you have for friends and extra stuff. Look, I don't even got a wife and kids, and I don't have time for all of that. And when you're 44, the majority of the available women that age, well, they've already got, at minimum, one kid, okay, if not multiple. I don't know if you know this or not, but 44-year-old women don't have that easy of a time having children. It's not impossible. It's not impossible, but it's more difficult. Now, I'm not saying that means I'm past the phase in life where I would have children. That's not what I'm saying at all, because I'm not a woman. That being said, I'm not in a position right now to even date anyone, let alone try to make a serious relationship, which is what dating should be the goal of, and then have some kids from it, despite the falling birth rates, which is a lot of the information that I was putting together from the census and the population, because Generation Y, the millennials, and Generation Z are next up in line, and the statistics are not looking great, man. And without really going into it too much, just understand we have an issue. We have an issue, folks, and I know we know that, and it's been talked about, and all of the great speakers have spoken on it. I understand. Pardon me. And I don't know what to do about it, except for the obvious thing, which is get in a pile. Let's get in a pile and have some babies, you know? But it reminds me of the movie Idiocracy, where the intelligent people understood it was hard and there was a lot of pressure, and they kept pushing it off until there was a proper time in their life when they were successful enough, right? And the less intelligent people in Idiocracy, they were just spitting them out left and right, and it outbred the intelligence. And also because the intelligent ones would never think there was a good time until they were too old, because you're building your career and climbing that ladder and trying to make moves for yourself, right? So, friends. I've got my friends from high school that we talk to every now and then to each other, and see each other once or twice a year, and they live less than 20 miles away. The majority of the people that I've retained friendship of after high school, they're still in my little small town. It's only 3 or 4 people. So you just get full, man. You get full. I mean, no matter what your day is like, if you're using it effectively, then it's very full. You could maybe schedule somebody in a week or two to make a visit, but otherwise it's just a text message or a phone call, right? So actually, believe it or not, one of my hopes with making these type of videos instead of just songs is that maybe some of the people that are my friends will get to see me a little more often, and maybe we can think about some of the same stuff, so when we do see each other, that we'll be caught up, you know? Some people, it's real easy to get on the same page with them. You haven't seen them in a while. It's immediate, and there's no problem with it. But even those folks, if you've had some change in your philosophy or your lifestyle or the way you think or how you look at stuff or whatever, y'all might be at odds next time you see each other and not even know it's happening, you know? So if you have friends, but you don't communicate with them, they're still there. you're just not spending any time with them. You know, I don't consider myself not friends with any of my friends that I never talk to, right? And thank God for having a few friends and people I could call my brother that would absolutely do the best they could to help you through. And not even a real brother. I don't have a real brother. I got a little sister. I'm the oldest brother, and that's okay. That's good. And the relationship aspect of romantic relationship is, as I get older, is a little clearer to me that it's not all that it was always cracked up to be, and for it to be worth it, to really put your time and effort into somebody else's life, not even talking about money, all right, but just time and effort and attention and intention, which I think is very important. Just putting all that into someone else's life is a lot. And if you had, say, 12 points you could give out, so I can give this person 2 points, and I can give this person 8 points, and I can give this person 2 points, and that's all my points. Or you can spread it out evenly among 6 different people with 2 points each. Or maybe you give all 12 points to one person and just give them all of your attention. Well, that's your attention, and you have to figure that out, because without putting your attention into things, you can't learn and improve, at least not consciously. You know, you give attention to the things you care about. The things that you care about and that matter will get your attention regardless. I.e., if you have a child or some person that you are in charge of taking care of, that will get your attention, whether you want it to or not. And whatever you are doing will fall through the cracks, or go to the back burner, or get a pin put in it for later, or let's take a rain check, right? Well, sometimes it takes so many rain checks that by the time it starts sprinkling for real, you don't have any good graces left. And not spending all of your time and attention on someone else gives you a lot of time and attention to spend on yourself, so that you can level up and improve. Alright, like this game that I play in here, you level up by doing things and by accomplishing goals and exploration and discovery and unlocking an area, you know, climbing up something. So another thing I like about this game is it's got the parkour elements of the Assassin's Creed games. You just climb up buildings and stuff. That's great. All the good Batman stuff without the grappling hook, and all the good Assassin's Creed stuff without most of the Assassin's Creed stuff after the second game. This is a cool game, man. It's got the Nemesis system, and these bad guys, the orcs, the Urukai, they will remember you and learn and hunt you, and if you don't beat them, they level up and get a promotion. And then you have to come back and John Wick them some more, and you know, that ain't bad. It's a fun little hour killer. You can sit down in the afternoon and play it for an hour and then go on about your business with a nice clear head. Get all your thoughts out. And sometimes giving your time and attention to another person, most times giving your time and attention to another person, will take away the ability to focus on something relaxing and fun like this. like slaughtering an orc. And becoming a ghost elf. That's pretty fun too. Now, it's true that some women like gaming, and some will tolerate it also if they don't like it. But isn't there always something better to do than a game when there's another person in your life that you care about and you think deserves your attention and effort? Well, you can play this anytime. It's something now that you could do to improve their life, right? That's how I've always looked at it. If you care about someone, you want to improve their life. improving their life improves your life, right? So, if you're busy also improving someone else's life, you might be skipping out on you. And I think it's real important, maybe now more than ever, that we figure out how to get ourselves together before we try to help other people, at least internally. You know, you have to do the things that you have to do for the people in your life that matter. But instead of a casual relationship or trying to date people, you could very easily turn that energy towards the people in your life, like your family and your friends already, and make their lives better. And you know, if it's time for your life to send a mate towards you, you're gonna want a good person. And the good people in your life that you help, well, they all know all kinds of people. They'll find a lady for you, fellas, or a dude if that's what you want, or if you're a lady if that's what you want, or a chick for the look. I don't care, whatever it is that you want. If you're a good person, your family and friends, they will work hard to try and find you a mate. It may not suit you, but they will do this. You can't stop them. So if they find somebody good, give them a shot. But remember, until you make yourself better than you were yesterday or today, no matter how good you think you are, until you're doing a better job every day, and until you get to a certain point with yourself, then you need to be self-improving. Every day, try to self-improve a little bit, you know, get your steps in. Make something. Give someone a compliment, a sincere compliment. Do something for no money. Money, in my opinion, is the lowest form of payment that you could do a job for. And if a job is worth doing for the other reasons like love or honor or duty or devotion, then there will be probably money associated with that. But that may not be why that job is getting done. You know? A person on a construction company that's a big thinker isn't building the bridge for the paycheck. They're building the bridge to help people get across the water. It's all about perspective, man. It's all about perspective. And remember the people in your family that help make you who you are and raise you. Even if they're elderly and they're getting a little silly, we still love them, right? I try to look at it like this to explain to people. If you were babysitting someone's children that you cared about a lot, and their kids got a little grumpy or whatever, you wouldn't hate the kids and be angry at the kids. You'd just say, okay, this kid needs a nap or a snacky or like some exercise, or go outside and play, whatever it is, man. You know, you try and figure out what it was, but you wouldn't blast the kid with all of your anger and upsetness, right? Because you're a grown up, and we're not ruled by emotions. We're not ruled by our emotions, and we take deep breaths and we stand back and we take a look at the situation, and then we decide how to respond and not how to react. All right? So when your elders, I'm speaking from experience here, all right? When your elders get a little silly and they're grumpy and upset, you could look at it as something completely different, and you could be angry at them for mistreating you. Or you could just say, hey, you know what? It's after nap time. You know, they'll feel better later. Still love them. That's all you gotta do, man. It's great. That's how you fix situations with your family members. You just go, okay, I still love them, and it doesn't matter. Now, there's stuff they could do that wouldn't be the case, and I understand that. I'm speaking in generalities. The saying, don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. It only applies most of the time. But man, it does apply. And men, it's mostly small stuff. And how we respond to situations will determine how others react. So if you have an emotional upset response where you're rattled and shaken, then the person who's trying to get that out of you, well, that's what they wanted, and it's going to affect how they react, because they just won in their mind, right? So there's also that, is if you're just nice to people who are being dickbags to you, man, that upsets them more than just about anything else. And it's easy if you love them. You just pretend like they're a little baby. So men, if you're having difficult times dealing with people who are emotional or unstable or never satisfied, always looking for things to complain about, and women, if you're dealing with that too, I know, it's a shoe that goes on both feet. Just remember, you can in your mind imagine they're just a grumpy kid, and you can say to yourself, I still love them. And you can be extra nice. and then their reaction is their reaction. But your response was not a reaction. Right? 'Cause if you lose your cool, then it's lost. It's gone. So just be cool, man. Yeah. Be cool. So I didn't really have much. I wanted to say that. We got plenty more of this footage left. Played for an hour and 12 minutes and 12 seconds last night. Wow, that's intense. And I'm sure we'll be sharing some more of it later. Just want to say, you're not alone. If you think you don't have any friends, and you don't have a significant special lady, you're not alone, man. There's a whole bunch of us. And there's a whole bunch of people with real crappy friends they'd be better off with none. And there's a whole lot of people in really crappy relationships where they'd actually be happier alone. Okay? So sometimes having zero of something is not bad. It's just a number. And as long as you can talk to yourself, as long as you can pray to God, you won't ever be alone. But you know something? I'd rather be alone than around or with or tied together to someone who was never happy and never satisfied and was always negative. No thank you. No thank you. No. It's easy to make friends. In my experience, it's pretty easy. You just go talk to people. But it's also a numbers game. You're going to have to talk to a lot of people before you find the small group of people that's your people. Or you can just sit back and wait for them and get real used to talking to yourself. And, hey, you know, it's good company. And that's about all I got for right now. So, men, hang in there. Respond. Don't react. Keep it cool, cucumber. And don't forget to love your family, even if they're grumpy and ugly sometimes. Just keep loving them. You'll laugh about it one day, and you'll always treasure the memory of them being here. Yeah. Alright, men and lady. Y'all have a good afternoon, and happy Wednesday to you. Oh, hey, if you stuck around this long, thank you. And please like, share, subscribe, kick it around. Most of the videos will be about something that I'll be showcasing on the screen and talking about. But sometimes we'll just watch me play a video game last night. Don't forget to make your Carhartt or other canvas jacket into a waxed canvas. Yeah. Alright. Peace. Yo. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah. So, let's do a jam. So, well, I think that just died. Let's see, where's my notebook? Alright, so check this out. Well, you know what? Don't even need it. We're doing it on the fly. This is a new song. Been working on it. It's about coming of age. As a class of 2000 person. Either the very youngest Gen X or the very oldest millennials. Take your pick. Nope. Shite. We'll get it. Alright. 96, pick up sticks. The year I picked up the cancer sticks. My first pickup was a stick. 91 Sonoma. 16 and 98. And we partied like it was 1999. Just in time for the world to change. My whole world was a windshield with a view of a dirt road in some kind of South Alabama field, and the sound of spinning wheels. Yeah, my whole world was a windshield with a dirt road or the backwoods or South Alabama field. Man, it feels so real. And if you said you could go back in time, I'd be the first person in line to go back and do it all over again. again. Yeah, it's not that I wish that I could just go back. You know, I'd still go back and do it all over. Do it all over again. And think that it would be better. And think that it would be better. Now it's 30 years later and I still don't know what the hell I'm even doing, where my life is going. I get up in the morning and I do it all over. I get up in the morning and I do it all over again. And think it could be better. And I'm 30 years older and I still don't know what the hell I'm even doing, where my life is going. I just wake up in the morning and do it all over. I wake up in the morning and I do it all over again. Thinking it could be better. And I had a gray two-door short bed, 5-speed 1991 GMC Sonoma. I had a 1991 short bed but full of fun GMC Sonoma. I had a gray two-door short bed, 5-speed 1991 GMC Sonoma. And I'd still go back. You know I still go back and do it all over again. And think it could be better. So that song's called 91 Sonoma. It's very new. I wrote it 8 days ago. So still in the works, still figuring it out. But that's the very rough sort of version 2.0 of it. So yeah. All right. Well, that's enough for me. Y'all have a good afternoon. Happy Hump Day. January 20th, 2026. Y'all stay warm, stay safe. Melt the beeswax. Paint the beeswax onto your canvas jacket. It's good stuff. Trust. Trust but verify.